Hey guys, so today we're on lesson 12.9, and 12.9 is problem solving, and we will be able to use the strategy, draw a diagram to solve elapsed times problems. And in 12.8, the lesson before this, we did just regular old elapsed time problems, but today we'll be problem solving, so word problems. So it says Ben started riding his bike at 10:05 a.m. He stopped 23 minutes later when his friend Robbie asked him to play kickball. At what time did Ben stop riding his bike? So the question's asking you, what do you need to find? At what time did Ben stop riding his bike? What information are you going to use? The information that they give you is that he started riding his bike at 10:05 and then he stopped 23 minutes later. So that he started at 10:05 and the elapsed time of 23 minutes. And we want to leave that at a.m. That's very important. And rode for 23 minutes. How we use this information. You can see that they drew a timeline here, so I can use a timeline to help me, and we're going to count forward to find the end time. And by end time, I mean the time that he stopped riding before he played kickball with Robbie. So if he started at 10:05 and he rode for 23 minutes and he stopped 23 minutes later, they have it in increments of 10. So it goes from 5, 10:05 to 10:10 to 10:15 to 10:20. So they're counting by fives. So from here, 10:05 to 10:10, I'm going to do a bunny hop, and that's 5 minutes. So we have 18 more minutes to go. Another 5. That's 10. Another 5. 5, 10, 15. 20 minutes, and he rode for 20. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 20 minutes, but he rode for 23 minutes. So 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, and that would be 23 minutes. So we stopped at 25, 26, 27, 28, 10, 28. He stopped at 10:28 is his end time. So 23 minutes after 10:05, 10:28. And we're done. Let's go to the next page. 481, we're doing this whole page. It says, Evelyn has dance class every Saturday. It lasts 1 hour and 15 minutes and is over at 12:45 p.m. At what time does Evelyn's dance class begin? First, write the problem that you need to solve. So you need to see what time does Evelyn's dance class begin. Next, draw a timeline to help you show the elapsed time. So if it's over at 12:45, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So these are the little tick marks are in 5-minute increments. So if it starts at 12:45, let's place our end time there. So 5, 10, 15. I'm going to start at 12 and go to 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 12:45 is our end time. That's when it ends. We need to figure out what time it begins. So we have to go back a whole hour. So 12:45 minus an hour would be 11:45. So let's find out where 11:45 is. 5, 10, here's 11, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So here's a whole hour. And this is 11:45. And then it's an hour and 15 minutes. So now, since it's by increments of 5, I'm going to go back 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes because that would be 10. And then one more 5 minutes because that would be 15. So 11:45 minus 15 minutes would be 11:30. Evelyn's dance class begins at 11:30 a.m. And since it's after 12 noon, it ends in the p.m. All right. Next question. If Evelyn's dance class started at 11 a.m. and lasted 1 hour and 25 minutes, at what time would her class end? Describe how the problem is different from problem 1. So if it's going to last an hour, 11 plus an hour would be 12. And then add another 25 minutes to 12, it would be 12:25 p.m. The problem, how it's different is that the problem provides the start time instead of giving the end time. So they both tell you the elapsed time. This one is an hour and 25 minutes. This one up here was an hour and 15 minutes, but instead they told you what time it started. So I think it's easier when they give you what time it started because then you just have to count an hour and then whatever it might be. But in the first problem, they gave you the end time, so we had to go backwards. All right. Beth got on the bus at 8:06 a.m. 35 minutes later, she arrived at school. At what time did Beth arrive at school? So we have 8:06. She's getting on the bus at 8:06 a.m., probably around the time you guys are getting on the bus too. I like to, when we're adding 35 minutes because she arrived at school. We need to figure out what time she arrived at school. She got on there and it took her 35 minutes to get to school. I like to just add in increments of 10s first. So 06 plus 30. 6 plus 0 is 6, and 0 plus 3 is 3. So that's at 36. Now I can add my 5. So 36 plus 5 would be 41. So since it didn't go over an hour yet, we're still at 8:41. Beth arrived at school. Lyle went fishing for 1 hour and 30 minutes until he ran out of bait at 6:40 p.m. At what time did he start the fishing? So they gave you the end time. We have to find what time he began. So if he ends at 6:40, jump back an hour would be 5:40. But then we also have to jump back another 30 minutes. So 40 minus 30 would be 10. So it would be 5:10 that he started. Lyle started at 5:10 p.m. And we are done.